Yeah, I've got pages and pages of notes. So there's a couple bits that I'm trying to work on. Thank you, Lauren. Your pill art really helped me along. You know what I mean?
Oh, good.
And yeah, so I'm trying to work on that. But once we get to Mike, I'll work on it. I want, talking about, I'm trying to work on a bit about pill art. I want to use my pills, but I don't know if I can exactly mail my pills to the woman that does the pill art because it's contraband. And you know what I mean? It's a whole, and then do I really want to give up those Vicodin and Ambien just to send for art? I mean, it's stuff that so I'm working on, it's a whole thing, but I feel like I might get 2 minutes out of it. And I'm going to tag it on to the end of my joke, Jen, about, about all my medication jokes. I have so many about my medication. So I was just going to kind of like rework it. But other than that, I feel like I've wrote nothing, and I don't feel bad because comedy chat I have with all the other comedians, like everyone is like, oh, great, comedy's coming back. Our club here opens April 2nd. That's exciting. I'll have my last shot the end of March. And then I feel like they'll start doing Buffalo. There's already open mics. They've hit, they've been posting, but I'm like, I'm not driving to Buffalo just to like go up on stage and vent for 5 minutes. But anyway, they all said they haven't written shit either. So I don't feel bad. Everyone's like, I haven't written shit for 6 months. I have nothing new. And that's it.
Yeah. It's like, you can't do COVID material. And that's what you've been living for 12 months. So.
Right. I mean, my COVID jokes, like nobody wants to hear them. And they're so basic too. They're not like anything deep. Speaking of comedy, big shout out to Tiffany Haddish for winning a Grammy for Best Female Comedy Album. The first time since 1984.
Oh, wow.
A woman has won, a Black woman. Whoopi Goldberg won the last time. So
That's cool.
Shout out to Tiffany Haddish, and anybody out there that hasn't seen her new special that's on Netflix, she won the Grammy for, was amazing. Kick-ass hour she did on Netflix. I just thought about that because I looked up and I saw my Tiffany.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. Really quick, let's close with this, you guys. Is this shocking? The Pope said same-sex marriage is a sin.
Wait, what?
The Pope,
all okay.
No, the Pope came out today and said same-sex marriage is a sin.
It will
what
never
did
be
you
done.
What do you expect from the Pope?
And now he's saying that last year when he said he personally approved of civil unions, he's now saying that his words were taken out of context. It was months of stories about how he was so open, and now
progressive open.
But he wasn't really open, Lauren. It was very backhanded. People read into that statement. He wasn't like, yeah, gay. No.
Right.
People.
But why did it take a year to clarify?
Listen, it's in the Bible. It's a sin. It's in the Bible. Leave the Pope alone. I don't care, Lauren. Leave him alone.
Leave the Pope alone.
Leave the Pope alone. And I'm a lesbian, and I'm telling you, it's a sin to them. We can't just change. I don't know. Why are we going after the Catholic? Like every other religion thinks it's a sin. Why are we just expecting the Catholic Church to accept it?
Because our membership's down. We got to be.
That's a good one.
They need something to deflect from their own issues.
Right. But Lauren, it's not okay in all the other religions. So why is the Catholic Church getting? And here I am, a lesbian, defending the damn Pope.
It's your Catholic guilt is winning out.
Lauren's got the Catholic guilt too.
Did you
Catholic, Lauren?
Did you see there was a tweet that was going around that was like, the Catholic Church should really just shut the F up about which sexual relationships are sinful and which ones aren't.
Yeah.
Right. I wholeheartedly agree with that too, Lauren. Okay. But let's face it, the Catholic Church is so problematic. and to begin with.
It's worse than The Bachelor.
It is, Laura. But I'm just out here today defending them. Next week, maybe I won't. But I got to be honest with you. When he did make that backhanded, maybe it's okay to be gay comment, which I need to see the whole quote. But I remember when it happened, I thought, numbers are down. And he's backhandedly trying to say, gay people, you're welcome here. You know, which he could have just came out and said, we don't all agree, but if you are gay, you are welcome in our church. Couldn't he have just said it like that, I guess?
Yeah, that's a nice way to say it.
But you can't make these parishioners, Lauren, of all these years suddenly be like, no, gay marriage is fine. They're not. They're
not accepting at all. No. They say the same prayers for all 80 years of their life, 10 times a day.
Right.
They do all the same rituals. They're not looking to change.
They're not changing, Lauren. Let's face it. I mean, as a past member of a hardcore, went to Catholic school for 10 years. I did.
Yeah,
went to church every day. I went to an Irish Catholic church as a young Italian girl. They hated Italians. It was such a struggle on top of it. I mean, trust me, I grew up in an Irish Catholic neighborhood, and I was like, here I am, the only Italian here whose father was not popular. Okay. It was a struggle. On top of that, you are not going to change these people's minds.
When you got in trouble, did you have to write prayers? Like, you know how like in kiddie school, they would give people lines, like you have to write lines, like I will not talk in class.
Like the Mary's out?
So instead I had to write like 50 act of contritions, 10 Hail Marys. Like
we didn't have to write them out, but we had
prayers.
We had to do the rosaries, sit there and count the beads after I went to confession.
I had to write them out on paper because I got in trouble for talking.
Lauren, I couldn't write. So I would have been exempt from that. Okay. I couldn't read or write, but I came from, I'm so much older, Lauren, that back when I was in, I don't know, 5th grade, maybe, right? 4th, 5th, right? We were just considered stupid and lazy. Like they didn't understand learning disorder. They didn't understand that. I mean, ADD, I had I was very dyslexic. So like back then they didn't get that, you know, so I just kind of got pushed through, and you know what, it is what it is. I'm not even convinced. Maybe if I had extra help, I would have, I don't know. I don't know. It was so long ago. I mean, I'm at that different age, but I can tell you that you're not changing those people's minds.
Okay.
And I don't know. But I do feel like the Pope might have slipped and said that because numbers were down. And then I don't know why he backpedaled. Plus, isn't he like 98?
I think they always are.
Do you think he remembers anything he said?
He's like, no, I didn't say that. And they're like, yes,
there's a language.
He's like, no, that was.
There's a language barrier. There's a lot going on with the Pope, you know, poor guy. But, that's that. And I went to the Vatican much later in life after I had graduated. And that was the first time I really could appreciate my Catholic school upbringing, is while I was in the Vatican. And like, because we had to learn so much of religion, and it was just so amazing to see everything at the basilica and the paintings. And, so I did appreciate it at the time. I didn't when I was in the Catholic school, and I wanted anything to be out of there. And I did get out, but I was kicked out, but I got out. And then I got to go to, the regular school in my neighborhood. So I got to at least squeeze out 3 years out of that school. I was not a good kid. I was a bad. I could tell you stories, you guys, about the stuff we used to have to do. I'll tell you, when you had to go put the money in the basket, Lauren, they used to, they would check the envelopes, right? Make sure if you didn't show up on Sunday and give your money, we would get a phone call saying, where were you? We want our money, which, it was a shakedown. Also, they charged my father extra every month because we were Italian. It was an extra penalty. He had to pay like an extra $100 a month. Back then, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because we were Italian. So Father Feeney would shake us down every... Lauren, I'm talking early 70s at the Catholic. I mean, it was a whole different thing, late 60s. So what my father used to do is we used to have to go in on Sunday with the envelope, okay? Because Sunday was the day my dad had us, like custody, you know what I mean? For the day we would see him. And we would go in and we would sit. And as soon as they handed that basket, he'd put the envelope in, and then he'd make us crawl on our hands and knees out of the pew and out the back door. He'd say, hurry, go, 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 go. Because, we got away. So, yeah, that's just a little bit of my...
Well, why would you even go and give the money if you were just going to sneak out? Just don't go.
No, because they would call and they would catch that we weren't, they wanted that
envelope. And it would be like was it passive aggressive too? Like, hey, we just noticed you weren't here. But really, they saw that your money wasn't there.
You guys, it was a lot deeper than that. I can't go too deep here on this show, but we'll save that for another time. I could fill you in on a lot of really crazy stories about the Catholic Church in my family. But all right, so we've covered
everything.
We've covered a lot. We haven't really done too many news stories. I have a few in my pocket, but we will save those. Right?
Sounds good.
Bachelor's over. I don't know what's next. Married at First
Big
Sight.
Brother Canada's on.
Oh, there's a Canadian version.
Oh my God, it's so much better than the American one. So much better.
I have never watched one Big Brother.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, am I the only one?
I watched all the first 5 seasons and then I stopped.
Okay. I've watched every season of American Canada.
Never. So
good.
Yeah.
Oh, Celebrity.
All right. I know you're a fan of that show, but I don't know. I've never really watched it. So I think we've covered everything. I am going to go now and troll the internet because I'm still in a shitty mood. I'm sure.
Go see if your computer is ready. She might be up for you now.
Yeah. We'll see. You guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. Lauren,
I'll just say you're welcome.
You know what? Even though The Bachelor's over, I think I'm going to continue to bring Lauren on just for the amusement.
I think we should rename it something about Catholic guilt.
That's what I'm naming this show. Leave the Pope alone, damn it. I am a horrible lesbian, you guys. See? I'm just verifying this. Leave the Pope. That's going to be the name of this podcast, you guys. Leave the Pope alone.
All right. I'll get some good tags.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Night.
Bye.
Bye.